More than a dozen states and Washington, D.C. allow the practice of doctor-assisted suicide. New York became the latest when the governor legalized the medical aid in dying bill this month, a move many critics say puts the country on an even more slippery slope when it comes to the issue of life and death.
Under this law, the floodgates are now open wide.
This was an incredibly difficult decision. Those are the words of Governor Kathy Hochul in a website statement after she supported the controversial law. She goes on to say, "My mother died of ALS, and I am all too familiar with the pain of seeing someone you love suffer and being powerless to stop it." New York's faith community condemning Hochul's action. Cardinal Timothy Dolan stating in a joint statement with the bishops of New York, "This new law signals our government's abandonment of its most vulnerable citizens, telling people who are sick or disabled that suicide in their case is not only acceptable, but is encouraged by our elected leaders." Other states where the practice is already legal include California, Hawaii, Delaware, Oregon, and Illinois. New York's bill allows a 5-day waiting period before a prescription is filled and a mandatory mental health evaluation of terminally ill New Yorkers with less than 6 months to live. Matt Sharp at Alliance Defending Freedom maintains these laws put the nation's most vulnerable at risk.
Those with disabilities, those that are older Americans. We've seen time and again when you pass these laws, there becomes this sense of coercion of those individuals to say, oh, you're too much of a burden on your family, or you're too much of a drain on the medical system.
Dr. Brick Lance, Vice President of Advocacy and Bioethics for the Christian Medical and Dental Association, tells CBN News more states are likely to follow suit.
We expect there's possibly more dominoes that will fall as far as other states legalizing assisted suicide, which we find, of course, very unfortunate. And we're following in the footsteps of Canada, which is legalized throughout the entire country.
For some U.S. medical professionals, the issue boils down to religious conscience.
It's not just dispensing the drug or being there next to the person, but anything that is pushing person to take their own life rather than trying to save their life, to do no harm, that violates their deep religious convictions.
According to Lance, honoring such convictions, along with the natural order of life and death, are what matters most.
So it is up to the medical community to advocate for those that are near death. And I think that the influence should go into palliative care, improving palliative care, because there is a way to die well.
Charlene, CBN News.